Hi there, everybody. Welcome to Roll with Advantage. My name is Joe, and welcome to this evening's episode of Isles of Iverion. Now, as I said at Afera last night and on Salamander Coast on Tuesday, this session is going to be a little bit of a shorter one due to some scheduling issues with my IRL job. So today's session will be ending in about a little bit less than 3 hours, which I'm very sad about. But sadly, duty calls, you know. So that is what we're going to go ahead and do. So no need to dally or delay here. I'm going to roll the intro and we're going to get started. And we're back. So let's go ahead and dive in. Last we had left off, our group of adventurers, they had begun to make their way into the fiery forests of Isinalor. Now, within the realms of Isinalor, they are here looking for two things. For one, they are looking for the flower that they had originally discovered all the way back when in their... There we go. The flower they had found all the way back when, right around Sandpoint on the Isle of Iverion. That flower apparently has made its way into Isinalor and is being used here in a, at least as far as the party was able to understand, in a chemical warfare-like way, trying to destroy and destabilize the wildlife and natives that live in Isinalor. So for one, they're trying to find that flower. But also for two, they do know of the location of... Generally, they know that there is a Dowie ruin that exists within Isinalor. Something that they may be able to find and use in order to, for one, increase their powers. That way, if they do come up against the foes of the cult of House Markle, they'll have an easier time dispatching them. But also, part of their mission that they were given originally was to find these artifacts and kill the cultists and prevent them from doing what they were doing. So, hopefully, the party will have an easier time than they have in the past finding these cultists and finding the flower and finding these ruins. Now, luckily, the party does have a lead. While they were traveling through the forests of Isinalor, they were able to find a hobgoblin woman by the name of Geldevan Park. I'm going to show you guys again, just in case you forgot. Golden green eyes, deep burgundy red skin, long brown hair. Missing one of her legs from about the thigh down. Struggling walking, but as she said, preferred to live her life within the forest. At least that's what she told you. So, you get to know her a little bit, and she explains very little of why she's out here. Something to do with feeling rejected from society and feeling that if they won't accept her, then she won't participate in their society. So, the party also hears word from her of a group of primordials, the entities that live within the realm of Isinalor, who they embrace fire and the magical creatures that Isinalor creates. They decided to follow a lead that Geldevan gave them of a group of what seemed to be at least an offshoot of the House Markle cultist who had been using this fiery magic with the primordials to recreate fallen insectoids into these fiery horror monstrosities. Information she had given you. So, you all have a lead on where to go next. She told you the direction which it would be and generally how to get there, so now all you need to do is travel there. So, all of you, just the previous night, were at camp. Pull all to scene. And luckily, with the watches you had taken, thanks to Geldovan and then Nalfian and Eurydice being able to have their trance abilities, where only one of them needs to be awake at a time, you're able to sleep rather peacefully. And then on top of that, should you need it, Brandon also took the magic hut, or the Leoman's tiny hut. So you have your bases covered. So you end up sleeping through the night. However, right around 4 or 5 a.m., as Eurydice taking the second watch, Eurydice, you are right by the fire, as you said, while everyone else is asleep on the second watch phase. Ooh, that's no good. That's no good. Hair is doing... I need a man. So, you sit down near the fire, and you just begin to open up your tome and cast a spell. Now, as you do, you are practicing something that you had just recently learned. But it takes a little bit more time than you initially thought it would, but eventually you get it. It clicks. And as you cast the spell, you get a lot of signals all around you. Whether it be in the fire in front of you, whether it be in the bushes or the trees around you, all of them they all have this low glow of a magical radiation as you cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Okay, it's fun. She probably shield her eyes a little bit. She realizes that most of this forest is just glowing. Mm-hmm. How close is she to the tents, actually? It's 30 feet, isn't it?
Uh-huh. But it's also up to 10 minutes.
Okay. She's just gonna kind of pick up her book. Holding it with her, she's kind of cast this thing. She's gonna kind of just walk a little bit closer, and she's gonna look at the different tents. She's not going in, she's not going super close. She's just kind of looking to see what's picking up.
Okay. So, you approach yours and Twig's tent, and there is some magical signals in there, specifically from Twig's crossbow. You make your way over toward the tent where Den, Grok, and Nalfian would be. And you can see that Den doesn't currently have anything magical on him. But Grok has the gauntlet, and then Nalfian has the ring and his dagger that give a magical glow. And then you make your way over to Geldavan's tent, and there is nothing in there. Making your way around the area a little bit, there is quicker, more brisk movement further into the trees, but even your dark vision has a hard time seeing it. It's just with the Detect Magic that you get a small glimpse of something quickly moving by. Some type of very, very small, fiery critter moving around.
Good. Fine. Just gonna kind of just note that she can do this. Be pretty happy with it, and then she's just gonna sit back down, near the fire. She's gonna continue with the watch and I guess let the detect magic fade away after about 10 minutes.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So then, with that, everybody else slowly begins to stir. Right around 7 a.m. almost. Color returning to the area. The sort of wisps of fire created by the trees all around you reappear in the air with the growing sunrise. So, with that, all of you begin to stir, begin to wake, and the day is yours. What would you like to do?
I mean, since they're planning to head off early in the morning to deal with the cult stuff, I imagine, Twig will just try and find Grok if he's not busy at some point.
Okay, yeah, we'll say. Then probably sitting on the stool, sharpening his his blade. Where would Nalfian be in the morning?
Getting those gains in, my guy.
All right,
Like,
doing those morning workouts.
Yep.
Doing some, ah!
Oh, wow. I guess he's over there doing it. That's fine.
Doing some clap push-ups.
Oh, fuck yeah. Absolutely.
All right, sounds good. Okay. Then we have Geldevan is not stirred from her tent yet. So then, yeah, Twig, as you sort of exit out of your tent, you can very easily see Grok just kind of maybe having a little bit of a slower start to the morning, just now getting his boots on.
Yeah, so she'll just, seeing that, like, everyone else is just doing their own shit, like, she'll just make her way over to where he is.
Grok, can I talk to you for a second?
You, yep. Yeah, I mean, you've cured me about me, even my fucking boots. Let me get a shirt, hold on.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just... Nalfian's fucking, and Grok picks up, like, a branch and just launches it in the Nalfian working out. He's like, he thinks he looks good!
But, no, gonna finger gun him from a distance.
It's like, for show muscle. Anyway, sorry, I'm ranting to you, Twig. You alright?
I'm all right. I just wanted to, well, with everything that's happened with Nalfian and also what I guess Galdovan was talking about, I just wanted to make sure I haven't done anything to, I guess, hurt you.
What do you mean hurt me?
Well, I don't know. I think I just messed up with a lot of things around Nalfian, and, well, I just wanted to make sure that I haven't done the same to you. Because I evidently make him very upset. Well, made him at least. So, I just wanted to make sure that I haven't done the same to you.
Twig, you couldn't hurt a fucking fly. I mean, I don't mean like, I've seen you fucking shoot someone in the head of a crossbow, that's different, but like... No, you've not hurt me. But, and, like, Grok's still half asleep, but he's, like, still, like... he's giving Twig his full attention, even if he is knackered. And he's like... Listen, I'll fight to the end of the seas for you. You know that, right? You don't need to be scared. I know I'm a lot bigger. But...
I'm not scared of you.
Well, good, because I told you, Beth, I'd keep you safe, and... Well, I mean, I almost ran into a few guards, but we're fine. So...
Guards? What happened?
Well, when fucking Reinhardt grabbed you, I was ready to... I was going to swing my anchor through them all.
Right.
But... We're alright. So no, you've not hurt me at all, don't you worry. And Grok will, like, kind of rustle her hair, but again, not realising he's always far too hard.
Kind of like, slowly, you kind of, like, shrug out of that one. But then, just like after a little moment of hesitation, she's just gonna try and hug you. But you're very tall. It's probably like around your legs.
Can Alfian see this?
I mean, yeah.
Hell yeah. Got him. Got him. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Who's
we
a
got
soft
him.
lad now, bitch? Okay.
I don't know if you're that much of a hugger, Grok, but I mean, Nalfian thought that it would make you a soft lad, and I don't think you're anywhere near being a soft lad, so I guess it can't be true.
Oh, of course not. And he's like, kind of like patted Twig and like, kind of like leaned down, hugging her, but he's glaring in Alpian's direction.
Oh yeah, Nalfian has the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. He's just nodding, like, yes, soft lad now, bitch.
But don't know. Of course you've not. But don't say ever, because I'm sure the moment I beat you at Kingdoms and Kingdoms and Keeps,
Castles.
same thing. When I beat you at that, I don't see you getting too nice about it. But what was it again? What deck? The Raiders. Yeah, I'll have them. I'll bass you. That's you
I
do
don't think
bass.
that's gonna happen anytime soon.
You do. Yeah, alright. Fuck it. Yeah, fine. But
I mean, you've done pretty good at picking it up, though.
well, I've sailed. I think I'll be alright. I mean, that's how it works, isn't it? You do the real thing, so you pick up the cut. No, I'll be honest, I haven't got a clue, Twig. But it's
But I
fun.
feel like it would help at least.
But we're fine. But don't worry, you've not hurt me. And if you want to be called Twig, Dave, whatever you want, I'm not asked. Whoever you are, you're fine. So you've not hurt me, and don't you worry about anything.
So as you kind of like bring that up, you see her face like kind of drops from like the smile she's kind of had, but kind of returns again just as you keep talking.
Well, thank you for that, Croc.
No, you're alright.
I won't disturb your morning anymore.
No, don't worry. I was getting out of bed anyway. It's brekkie.
I haven't really checked yet.
Well, I mean, I'm getting brekkie either way. I don't know if we got any food out, but I'll find some if we ain't. I think I got something in my bag. Got some crumbs. I had some bread in here a couple of weeks ago. I'll be all right.
I don't think it's good to eat things that have been in there for too long.
As you say, like you just hear him like rustle around and just start crunching on really stale, like the end of like super stale bread.
Nasty.
Studying me manners, do you want some?
No, I'm okay. You can keep it to yourself.
It's like toast, but I haven't had to hold it over the fire.
Sure.
Right, I'll get me stuff. I'll meet you all back later.
Oh, okay.
You could move over. Just gonna sit yourself down, you know, for you to see. Not talk or anything, just the vibe.
Okay. Sounds good to me. So with that, as all of you are finishing up your little morning rituals, whatever they may be, you can see that Geldovan does get up. She stirs towards the pot hanging near the fire, slowly adding in some ingredients in there, some bits and pieces of what look to be dried meat to it, some vegetables.
Can we help?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, if you wanted to.
Are you gonna help cooking?
Yep. So you walk on over there with her, and she says, "Oh well, thank you," and begins to stir.
That's okay.
You can see it's very, very, very minor. ingredients, you can see that one of the things that she does do is one of the best parts about living out here is that any of the small ingredients, things you might find in, say, in a garden, thyme, rosemary, any type of herb or seasoning, you can find them here as well, provided they grow in Iverion, except they're altered. They have a more savory heat to them when you add them to any particular stew. So, if we take out, and she opens the little box, and you can see she pulls out what look to be like bay leaves and a couple of sprigs of rosemary, and just kind of sets them in there, and then just begins to stir, and then puts the lid on and says, now we just let that cook for, well, maybe a half an hour or so, and the food will be done, and it'll have a nice earthy kick to it from the ingredients. It can take any meal and make it just a little better.
To remember that.
Yes. Now, don't go picking any that you find. The best thing you can do is try and find an Eladrin merchant. Buy some from them. That's my recommendation, at least.
Okay. I'll remember that. Grok, don't burn your hand. He's I'm holding the end of the bread over the fire.
That dude is roasting
Yeah.
bread.
He's not using like a stick. He's legit just holding it.
No, just let me. Oh my god, she's gonna like rush over there and just like hold the bread, be like, "Don't do that. You're gonna burn your hand."
No, I'm alright. Actually, I'm not. Hold on. He just grabs it in the gauntlet and just fucking sticks it in the fire.
Oh my god, you're gonna.
It's fucking stone. It's fine.
You don't know what that's gonna do. Oh. I'm gonna stick her own hand in the fire and be like, just.
You ready to see you stick your
Gonna
hand in the
pull
fire?
out.
You would take 2 points of fire damage reduced to 1. You're resistant to fire, not immune.
Testing limits.
Yeah.
She's like, ow.
Brock, you can feel, although you have a stone gauntlet on it, it's starting to sting a little bit. Not so much to deal damage, but you leave it in there for longer than 12 seconds or so, you're gonna start to cook your hand meat.
Nah, it's fine. It's
You just
fine.
let me hold it.
Oven roasted hand.
I can hold things with my mind. Why don't you just let me do it? I understand.
And you'll pull out and just start munching on it as it's kind of like steaming a bit. It's like, just easy, innit?
I'm gonna turn around and walk away because she doesn't know what to do with that.
I feel like there's much easier ways to make toast.
Bruh.
Yeah, but this one's quick.
Well, I mean, didn't you say it's been in your bag for weeks? I think that needs to be considered as part of the processing time.
Eh?
All right.
Well,
Well,
you
now
can't
that
just
we've all
find
had
stale
a
bread.
balanced breakfast, I think it's time that we head out. And he's kind of like looks to. How do you say her name? Galavan?
No, Geldovan.
Oh, Geldovan. I assume they're gonna lead the way. Not just kind of like looks her direction.
Lead the way to the cult activity.
Well, you said you needed help clearing them out. That's what we're gonna do.
Oh, yes. Well, as I said, I'm not in quite a state to fight.
Oh well, point us the direction and we'll head there.
Yes, of course. Sorry. Yes, as I said, just last night, if you had... Sorry, I'm just trying to
Nah, bitch, that was a week ago. I don't remember.
No, now I'm trying to, because I messed up the cardinal direction last time because you guys are heading
Mhm.
south. So that means you're
What's
facing
to the
south.
east?
West. West, wasn't it?
Your direction doesn't change what the cardinal
East.
directions are, though.
Oh. Gemma,
West.
I
Sorry.
understand, but it's like when you're looking. It's like when you're looking at a stage and there's stage right and stage left. It doesn't change regardless of whether you're looking at the stage or on the stage, looking at the
Oh, it's
audience.
from the actor's perspective.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of because she's facing south, but I want to make sure she's pointing east. It doesn't matter for you; it only matters for me because you can't see what I'm doing, only I can. So she goes,
Oh, man.
"It's east." Twig.
It's arranged. She can figure it out.
It's that way. Go. Leave.
Could have just said it's that way from the beginning, and it would have made no difference.
Okay. Well, Nalfian's gonna,
know
like,
what?
start getting his horse.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here. See, what they don't know is I'm in timeout right now in our Discord channels because they've offended me greatly. All right, I'm
We're
back
starting
now.
again.
You good?
I'm dandy. Are you good?
I'm good.
I want the rage
So anyway,
quit.
Grok was on the right-hand side making toast.
Thank you, Jamie. Oh. Grok's making toast. You gotta travel east. Geldovan is missing a leg and can't go. That's the
Okay.
gist of it.
All right. Nalfian's gonna get his fucking horse. Jesus Christ. I don't know where they are. They're over here.
That's where Den is. Den's getting the horses as well. Den,
Thank God.
Nalfian, you walk up to
Relax.
Den and he's like, "Can you get a load of this shit back here?" She's trying her best, and they're
That's not
just
how Den
always
talks.
ready
All
to
right, I don't want to hear
just
it.
shit on Geldovan.
I'm leaving.
Nalfian, you get back here.
Push me.
Get back here, Nalfian. Can't
I
leave me.
literally hit the fucking border of the world.
Back here.
All right.
All right. Anyway, Jesus Christ.
Run off the rail.
So, as all of you are getting your horses, Grok, you're eating your bread next to the fire. As the rest of you are getting your horses, Geldovan does come up to Grok. That happens. Geldovan kind of like slowly limbers her way over towards you, Grok, and as you're just kind of sitting near the fire, just munching on that bread, as everybody else is gathering the horses, she comes up to you and she sits down, and she says, "That's quite a nice group of people you're traveling with."
Oh, we're all right. We're just, bit of an odd bunch, but we get on just fine.
That's good. Just, if I may offer one piece of warning, advice. I noticed you're traveling southward towards Tarkir, and by that extension, Highland Pass. Long while ago, there was a nasty conflict between some hobgoblins who were living in the mountains there, and the denizens of the town, and there are still some sour feelings. I also used to travel with an odd group just like this, but you can see her kind of look towards her leg and then back up to you. They had other ideas as to where I should be.
Wait, fucking hell. What, your group or down there?
Both. Sometimes I think about it, and people like that, they deserve no pity. Sometimes I think the world would be better off without people like that.
Definitely.
I just wanted to give you a warning before you go any further that way. These are a nice group of people, and I'd hate to see something bad happen to them.
No, Well, if anything comes to it, they'll get out. But no one's taking me down about me fucking swinging.
Good. Good.
But Grock'll say in Goblin to Geldervan, just be careful.
She'll respond, same to you. Be careful.
And Grock'll say, right, we best be off. Let's get you some supplies, and I.
Exactly. Thank you. I truly do appreciate it. And as you're kind of standing, as she's sort of sitting on the rock, leg extended, her like crutch maul thing that she whipped together yesterday, sitting beside her, she gives you a like a small squeeze like on your wrist, just saying thank you. And let's go. Goes back to sort of poking and prodding at the fire.
No, don't mention it. But and Grock'll, as he kind of he walks away slowly. He'll say, "Just make sure you got some carrots for me when we get back. I've not had any wild ones from these parts."
I'll be sure to have carrots. Tiara laughs some more. You walk away. As you walk that way, you can hear Din and Eurydice midway through conversation, and Din is just saying, and you see, that's what people don't understand is that it's not just that you're pulling magic from different planes of existence. There are types of magic where you're literally creating something from nothing, and for someone just to look at that and see no majesty or wonder in that at all, it's crazy to me. Huh.
You're pretty passionate about magic?
Why wouldn't you be? I mean, magic has so many transitive properties. Hey, Grok. Hey,
Hey. We were talking about casting spells.
and
Din was giving me quite the talk.
yes, because they're you can just do so much damage with them, you know?
Yeah, you can like, burn a lot of that. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I've picked up a few. Not like you throwing fucking fire. But I've seen some weird things. I've got my own tricks.
Well, I think
noticed.
where we're going, it's gonna be necessary that we are all on top of our game. Are we ready?
I am.
All right, let's go.
Now, this is a question for Grok. Would you? I don't know if you would have, but do you think Grok would prefer fine steed? That was just something that I thought about.
Not yet. He's not.
Not
But
okay.
He will at some point when he realizes he could probably do that.
Okay.
But because I've been thinking about that, but no, not yet.
Okay, that was just because Evan was getting ready to do that with Pose, so him and I had a 45-minute conversation about what Pose
Oh,
it's
coming.
Oh.
I've got ideas.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm excited. All right, okay. Well, so in the meantime, you just get on your
Yeah,
Clydesdale
big fucking
with,
Shire horse.
yeah, your ankle hair extensions, and all of you set off, leaving Geldervan behind, and knowing that you will be back eventually, once you find out more, that is. So then, we start our travels. So, all of you are traveling together eastward in the hopes to find this group of, like an offshoot of cultists of House Markle who've been taking dead insectoids and sort of enchanting them with fire, bringing them back to life. So that is what you're looking for. She gave you a general cardinal direction of east, but I leave it up to all of you. How do you want to go about finding them, and in what manner are you doing that? I know all of you got on horse, but you will be going through the thicker part of the forest, not really any good roads one way or the other, so it could hinder more than help, or you could stick on the horses in case you need to get a faster getaway. I leave it up to you. What is the plan trying to find these cultists? It's up to you to find them.
I think that this is like Twig's shit. So like Nelthian would offer for her to like ride up front with him so she can like point out location and kind of like take point but feel safe about it.
Yeah,
Um,
I will say also, because if this is meant to be like, you know, less traveled forest, obviously these cultists need to be able to like move through somehow. So like, I think the main thing will be trying to look for any evidence of like tracks of like them getting to places. Because I feel like that's going to be our best lead if we don't really know where we're heading. But like, if they need to move around, like, if this is a pretty untraveled part of the forest, I imagine like where they've been will be a bit more noticeable.
Okay, yeah,
they have had to walk somewhere.
sounds good.
Yeah, or even if it's like getting supplies or some shit, like, I don't know if they just teleport in, which would be great, but
Yeah, okay. So then what I would like is I would like 2 survival checks from Twig. So I'd like the first one to be just maintaining your direction, making sure that you're confident of where you're going and where you've been.
very confident.
Okay, 22. Yeah, very confident. You're able to keep a good direction. Luckily, there are... The one nice thing about this forest, and Isinalore in general, is there are so many unique landmarks or types of trees or types of bushes or really any type of scenery or greenery. There are things that you're finding that are helping, that you're sort of taking mental notes of, so you know that you're not going in circles. Okay, so confident on where you're going, and especially with that high of a roll, how to get back. Twig always, kind of anytime she goes into the room, being one of those people who's like, all right, where are all the exits? How do I get out of here if I need to? You've done that efficiently here. You have a couple of areas where you know you can leave, just in case. So go ahead and make another survival check for me to try and see if you can find any tracks or anything
Not
like
so
that.
good.
Ooh. Yeah. I'd probably say you guys end up traveling for maybe 2 or 3 hours. Twig, you still have you're very confident on where you're going and where you're at, and you're heading east. But in terms of tracks, the main thing you're looking for is hoof prints or cart tracks, as there are some areas where those could be maneuvered through, but you're not really finding anything. You're finding animal tracks, whether they be hooves or paw prints like you found before, but in terms of any humanoid activity, well, sadly with a 10, you're not really getting anything there. So you can continue to head east and search for a couple more hours if you want, or change up strategies.
Since you were to say that.
If we're really struggling, she would mention it. Because she's, like, people have seen her fly before when they're on the ship. So she'd kind of mention it, being like, I could.
But now if you take a look around first to see if anybody's been watching us as we travel.
Yeah, sure. So you kind of stop the horses and just take a cursory glance around. Go ahead and make a perception check for me. Okay. With a 9, not necessarily. I mean, for the most part, you're just kind of seeing small critters. You can see more of those ashen birds that almost look like cardinals, but with wispy wings of flame and ash. That seem to be clumped together on branches, just sort of looking down at the group of you passing by. But other than that, no humanoid activity, at least.
Okay.
How stuck are we? I'm trying to find a way there.
I wouldn't say stuck necessarily.
But not a clear lead yet.
No.
So want me to try?
Well, what are you trying?
I could cast a spell on myself that lets me fly. Go up, if I can see anything in the distance.
Might not be a bad idea. You might be able to see smoke or big movement.
Just want to ask, like, how like crowded is the canopy though? Would you even be able to see through things?
If I go above it.
It'd be well, you wouldn't.
Like smoke and stuff would go through, but like if you're like looking for things, like I imagine it'd be pretty obscured.
Yeah, it'd be difficult, but it's worth a shot. You know.
I'm thinking if we're trying to find ruins.
But how many spell
Last
slots do
time.
you have? Not to be a game person. I don't want to like risk
No,
you.
that's a valid.
you
I
know.
mean, you as like Nalfian could say like, well, are you sure that you have enough magical like
Well,
gas
yeah.
in the tank? You know,
Yeah.
that makes
Have-
sense. That's not a gamey question.
No, I just like want
I-
to make sure like if we get into the thick of it, Eurydice feels like she can go into a fight confidently.
Thing is, I get them back on a short rest, and I have two, but I also have fireball stored in my
I see.
list. I only
I
use
mean,
two.
Nalfian would
time.
still say that it's worth a shot. Like we haven't found any leads yet, and we're just kind of going a general direction.
And Eurydice as well. If she does that, she's going to use disguise self, kind of at the same time, so that she can blend in a bit more rather than sticking out. Just with the general like sky or whatever. So if somebody looks up, they're not going to be like, "Oh, look, there's a person." You know what I mean?
So wait, what is what does your disguise self look like? Are you just like trying
Big
to look
ass
like
bird.
Make yourself wear camo.
like
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
like just like the sky?
I
I mean,
guess
that's
just
okay.
changing
I
the
just
color of her clothes and stuff.
Oh,
That's
okay,
it. She's not
okay.
gonna like because I'm invisible. Just you know how somebody changes the color of their clothes to match whatever the backdrop is.
yeah.
Camo. Just wear
Whatever.
camo.
Yeah. She's wearing camo. That's what she's doing.
She's very tactical right now. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think
Er
anybody's ever had that idea for disguise self, but that's a great or like mask of many. Wait, is it?
Mask of Many Faces lets me change my clothes and stuff like that. So it would still be my clothes,
But it would
just
be
different
like.
colors,
See,
so that it matches the backdrop.
I see. That's a new one. I've never heard anybody use disguise self like to get like not to change themselves entirely. Like that's obviously happened before, but just to like turn themselves like camo. That's pretty sick, actually. Okay. Yeah, you give yourself a sky ghillie suit where you look like clouds.
Much.
Okay.
She'd like crouch up kind of a little bit on
Oh,
a horse,
D&D.
and she'd cast the spell, and literally like kind of just jump up. Then I guess we're flying up, and can try see
Through the
what
canopy?
I can see from up there. Yes.
And you fly up and past. So you end up getting in order to get all the way past the canopy, in order to get a good vision on everything, you'd probably need to get up about 100 to 200 feet. Like probably 150.
Oh my god. Okay.
Like in order to get up past the canopy all the way and high enough that you can have a good vantage point to see things. So that's
Okay.
how high you'd need to be.
Okay.
So then go ahead and make a perception check with advantage. You've got a good height thing going on here, so we'll see if you can spot something that might help out.
Eurydice is not scared of heights. But I think anybody would be a little bit nervous. Did not give me the option for advantage. I'll just roll again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for future reference, in order to do advantage, what you do is you roll it once, and then in the chat log, if you hover over the number, it'll give you a plus and minus and a reroll.
Oh, right, I see.
So then you can hit the plus to have a roll with advantage. Okay, so 14. Okay, so 14, as you fly up and away, you are looking down over the area, and you can see that, let's see, you wouldn't necessarily be able to see Dragon's Bay at all anymore, but you do see there are several areas to the south, to the north, to the west, where there are very similar areas where you encountered the primordials first. those shrines with the like tree pillars at the carvings. You can pinpoint where a few of those are at, which is pretty interesting. But one of the things that you see is to the east, the direction that you know the cultists are, you can see that there is a collection of smoke pyres coming up from that direction. And there is only, at least as far as you can see, after the 2.5 hours of walking that you guys and Twig had done earlier, there's only one of those pillars east.
Okay.
And you have a pretty good idea of where it is. It's maybe an hour away from you right now.
Okay. All right. The moment she thinks she's got it, she's gonna go back down because do not want my spell to run out 200 feet.
20d6. Let's just see how much damage that would be. I'm just curious.
I'm a little bit curious. Eurydice just fucking plummets.
That sounds terrifying.
87.
Oh, you'd be
That
dead.
Yeah, I'd be
Yep.
flat out dead.
Yep, you would. That makes sense,
Wow.
you know? Like,
She only has 39 hit points.
yeah, no.
Oh wow, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense for somebody falling 200 feet in the air to just die. Like that, you know? The real...
Nothing
the
else
ru-
for you then.
The rules of the real world apply there still, so that's good. At least at level 5. Alright, so you make your way back down. Luckily, you don't fall and die. You land
Okay.
calmly. Are you still camo? Are you tactical still?
I mean, when she got down there, she would be, and then she'd kind of slowly just shift back. Like one piece at a time, just putting her clothes back to the right color or whatever. And then she'd be like, "Okay, so it's very high up. About an hour to the east, there's like a smoke pyre thing. It's the only thing over there, so I'm guessing that's what we're looking for."
All right, well, that's a lead if I've heard one.
Yeah.
Good job. Let's head that way. And Alfian will turn his horse to the direction she pointed.
I will put my clothes back to the right color, and then I hop on my horse.
Okay, alrighty.
A
Sounds
horse of a different color.
good to me.
Okay, I'll be an old woman and make that joke, alright? Anyway,
So,
from fucking Wizard of Oz, you uncultured swine. That's okay. Keep going, Joe.
anything else? You want to add anything else to that?
Oh, no, fine, it's fine.
Alright. So, all of you head off. Off to see the wizard. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, you begin to advance in that direction. Where Eurydice pointed out. Twig, just from where she said, from where she flew up, in a due east location, or due east direction, you have a pretty good idea of where to go and how to maintain that. So real quick, Twig, just along the way, just to make sure that there's no mix-ups again, I'd like you to go ahead and make another survival check.
Keep making me roll. It's just gonna get worse. Yeah. Surely my 22 can cover.
I mean, you have the direction. Alright.
I told you, I
Yeah, do I get like
Yeah,
advantage
yeah,
or something?
No,
Do
I
I get
mean-
some advantage?
I mean, you've got a compass. You have the direction. This survival check was not necessarily for maintaining your direction of going east. It was for something else. So,
Oh shit. Soz.
Oh.
so as all of you are riding your horses in that direction, you know where you need to be and where you need to go. And the thing is, Twig, you're not as on high alert as you were before because, well, you had just left the insectoids area, and there was a very distinct change as you began to go from one area to the other. But the thing is that there was no change here, so you didn't think anything of it. You weren't really worried to look for anything. That being said, having the marching order be Nalfian, Twig, Din, and then Grok, right? Nobody said anything about that. That's the marching order. Okay. So then I need Nalfian, Twig, Din, and Eurydice to make a dexterity saving throw for me with disadvantage.
Oh, soz.
I mean, they need to be looking out for stuff, but that's fine. Disadvantage.
How do you? Wait, I'm just gonna do the thing. Or
Can't stop a Dexty boy
You
though.
quick
Kill me.
Oh no, never
boy.
mind.
Can't stop a Dexty boy. Now Twig is on my horse, I assume. So I don't know if that makes a difference.
That she is. So actually, let's see. Twig, what was your other one? The other one was a 19. Okay. All right. So we'll say that with Nalfian, that would have been able to set things off. But let's go ahead and get a dex save for Din.
Come on, Din.
My boy, come on.
All right.
I just suck.
Oh, you're gonna see.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You poor
Oh.
That's
thing.
for us. That's chill.
Oh shoot! Actually, you know what? I also need.
Grok?
No, not Grok. I need all of your
He was
horses.
safe back there. No, leave our horses
No!
alone.
to make a save.
You cannot kill our horses,
With
Joe.
disadvantage. They all have
Sure.
They all have +1 to
Oh.
their dex saving throw. So go, everybody.
Sure.
What's
Go.
the one?
Go ahead and roll a d20 and add 1 to it. So Din's horse got an 8.
You want to roll this one, or do you want me? Okay, you've already rolled it. Yeah.
Oh, my horse! My horse is my
18.
baby! Come on, horse.
Oh! What do you mean my horse suck?
Alrighty. So Grok, as you were just riding your, steed, your massive horse, you somehow, Grok, in this situation, you're the only person to see that as they're walking, you notice there's this slight change in, not necessarily terrain, but a slight change in altitude, what looks like as Nalfian and Twig are approaching. And as they are, Nalfian, you notice it before it's too late, as your passive perception wasn't high enough to catch it. As soon as you take a step with the horse, its leg ends up catching on something, a twig snaps, and there is just this flurry of small darts that fly out of both sides of the forest of where you're going. So, let's see. Those who succeed still take half damage.
Trash.
Oh, that is...
Dude, Joe, why you gotta be a
No.
bitch? Why you gotta be a dick?
sick.
Oh,
Okay.
Joe, no.
So, Nalfian and Twig take... Well, anybody who succeeded take 7 points of damage. And then Din and Eurydice will take 14 points of damage.
Oh my God.
Fucking hell.
Come on.
Luckily, that is not enough to kill anyone's horse. War horses
Oh.
have 19 HP.
Good.
However, Din and Eurydice's horse are not looking very good at all. They're at 5 HP. And Nalfian and Twig, your guys' horse is at 12 HP.
Thanks. Ah.
So, 5,
Okay.
4.
Is anything popping out? Like, nothing's gonna draw his sword.
Yeah, Grok's already screaming, "What the fuck?" And he's pulled his gun out.
Yeah.
So you can see that as now that you have, there looks to be like almost embedded into some of these trees, there are these intricate like traps that seem to just be like a oh man, they almost look like a, so you know how they're like those fireworks that you like set off and they have like 128 missiles in them that just like fire off like in a line. It's one of those where as soon as one like thing is released, all of them start to fly. And there's what looks to be about 200 darts on each side that just flung, trying to cover that entire area in a spread.
Wow.
Luckily, they're only piercing. There's no, like, Din and Eurydice, both of you have, like, 15 darts, like, embedded into your arm and leg as you're just kind of, like, pulling them out. Ow, ow, ow.
Ah, that sucked. That hurt. That hurt.
Actually, Eurydice and Din both need to make animal handling checks, too.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know.
No. Stop.
I know, but... Uh-oh. Okay, Eurydice, you manage to calm your horse down. Din ends up getting bucked off of his horse, falls onto the ground, and Din's horse just begins to run.
As soon as it starts to run, Twig's just gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Please stop! Don't leave.
Twig, go ahead and make an animal handling check with advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no!
Okay, because I got the
Oh,
advantage. I've got the advantage. I've got the advantage.
Fucking Thomas. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Twig just is not having a good day. It's fine.
That fucking Thomas the Tank Engine was the horse running away as you said that.
So luckily,
I mean, a 13's not terrible.
no, with a 13, because you're literally speaking the horse's language, the horse does stop and it turns around and it just says, I just don't want to get hurt again.
I'm sorry. And she's gonna like dismount from like the horse that she and Alfians are on, and just kind of make her way over and kind of like give it some pets to like, calm it down a little.
Does it feel like where we're going, we'd be better off keeping the horses here, or
It is
it dense?
tough call. It's not necessarily any more dense, but traps are going to be harder to avoid. There's a higher likelihood they get killed, but leaving them here unattended, that could also be an issue.
We're just gonna keep moving then. Yeah,
I mean,
Finn will quickly,
could Twig
like,
give them
jump down
directions
to
back
some
so they
help.
can go back to the camp?
Yeah, you could try, yeah.
Because how long have they been traveling for?
About 2 hours.
What, 3 hours?
Yeah, 2 to 3
Okay.
hours at about this point.
I don't know, because like I could help them get back to camp, and then we wouldn't need to be there. So then they're not going to be just waiting around. But that's only if we don't want to continue on them.
I mean, if the traps are going to be harder to spot on the horses, it might be better to send them back. Like, we can't risk getting shot like that again. I don't know. What does everyone else think?
Horses, are they?
No one else is getting any. So do we just want
I
to send
mean-
it back then?
Grok prefers to be on foot
Well,
anyway.
like they're not hard to spot on the horses.
Well, I
Yes.
thought that's what Joe was saying.
If we send them back, are they?
I mean,
I'd also be worried that someone would follow the horses back to Gelderman.
All right,
Is
well,
there-
let's just keep going then. And
That's
I
Jamie,
mean, now that
though.
we know,
Like, that's Jamie. Let me clarify. That's not Grok.
that's fine. I mean, now that we
Yeah.
know, we can just keep a better eye out and just keep moving forward.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is anyone able to
Music's too
help
loud, you can turn
Twig
it
with
down.
her survival checks? She didn't need it because she's got a +7, but like, I don't know.
I'm
I'm not proficient.
not
Alright.
proficient either.
I gotta be
I'm
proficient.
feeling Yuri isn't. Okay, so that's fine. I mean, can she
Den-
guidance herself? That's the
Den
thing she can do.
is proficient in survival.
Hell yeah! Cousins, let's go.
I'm gonna leave because I can't hear. I see her circle lighting up, but I can't hear.
Cousin vibes.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Lisa, have you been talking, Lisa? Because we haven't been able to hear you at all. Like, if your thing is like lighting up, and we're not hearing you, that might not be good.
I thought she was being quiet.
It's not Isles about fucking tech issues.
Yeah.
I think you mean it's not D&D without tech issues.
Yeah, no.
It said something is definitely up with my internet right now.
Oh, okay.
But like, I don't think anyone can hear her because I can't.
Well, yeah, no, I can't.
I
either.
can't hear her.
Yeah, it must be that Eurovision then. Everybody's watching Eurovision and it's destroying the internet's integrity.
Yeah, but I mean, if Din is also proficient, then just Cousin Ting's
Yeah.
Twiggle, then I guess go onto his horse and help out there.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Leave Nalfian.
All right.
Nalfian makes her do bad rolls.
Yeah.
It's bad influence.
All right. Okay, so the Nalfian, I'd like you to make a perception check since you're at the front here. And then
All
Twig,
right.
go ahead and make a survival check with advantage. Both of you looking out for traps and also making sure that you're not running into any natural disasters.
Hell yeah, boys.
Okay, and then just for funsies. Okay. Derp. So, with that, Twig, you do a really good job this time around of making sure that for one, you are going in the right direction. You're maintaining your sort of like group integrity, and but one of the things that you also end up doing with the survival check is you also are able to make sure that you're taking the right paths, especially for the horses. Oh, jeez. So that way they are able to move freely and gain a little bit of their calmness back. Nalthian, with a 19 on the perception check, you're able to see that there are what look to be like collections of leaves sort of pushed together in certain certain areas on the road. But you can see that they're definitely not natural. These like collection of leaves on the road.
We will be avoiding those.
Okay. You sort of meander your way around them thanks to Nalthian's sharp eyes. And you avoid them. Okay, just passing through that. Also, with a 19 Nalthian, you do notice another trap set in the way. That seems to be that same one that you had encountered before. Another set of dart traps. Okay.
We will skirt that as much as possible.
Easy enough. You can move over it. No big deal. Okay. Now, as you begin to move further, also with that 19 Nalthian, thanks to Twig directing you the right way,
Oh, thank God.
you do begin to hear voices.
I will immediately throw up my hand and just signal for everyone to be quiet. And from this point forward, that we should be moving slowly and listening intently. I don't know if there's a way to progress being more hidden. I'm assuming we've been following, I guess, what would resemble a path, but if we could cling closer to the trees without burning ourselves. That's what Alfin would suggest.
You would just need to dismount. That's the big thing, is you can't really stealth on horses.
At this point, if there's sound, we shouldn't be bringing the horses much closer.
Grok can't stealth, period.
Yeah, so...
Are they still within the hour? Because it's how long Speak of Animals last, I'm pretty sure, right?
An hour. It's either an hour or 10 minutes. That's like the thing in D&D, is everything's either an hour or 10 minutes. Or 8 hours.
Never mind, it's 10 minutes. Ignore.
Damn. Okay. So...
I mean, Nalfin would be dismounting. It's too risky to bring the horses further. He will dismount, and he'll just very loosely tie the horse off, just in case it does need to get away. If it really struggles, it can.
Okay, just kind of like a light tie. I get you there.
Yeah. And again, just clinging to the trees and being as quiet as possible. And if there's anything, like any words that can be made out, he would be listening for that.
Okay. So I would say from the words. Maybe. So part of the issue is a lot of the words that you're hearing are very. Everything's very similar to what you heard when you were originally approaching those primordials in the first place. It just sounds like breaking wood and snapping and cracking. But every once in a while, you do hear what sounds like a human voice, or a humanoid voice, somebody speaking common. So you would need to get closer to hear that. And if you guys are going to get any closer, I need everybody to make stealth checks.
I will, when it lets me back into Foundry.
If we're stealthing, Twig's just gonna instinctually just cast guidance on Grok to help out there, because, yeah.
Okay, let me turn on my disadvantage.
Nice.
Oh.
Didn't even need it.
Damn,
Look at you.
Look at that disadvantage.
Oh yeah, man.
What'd you get?
Just for the flavor. Let's just.
Man. Mega stealth.
Mega stealthy Grok. Look at that. A
Grok
20.
is the stealthiest.
Oh my god.
Oh no, you beat me, boy.
I mean, Grok is literally Drax right now. He's moving. He's standing so still. He's invisible.
Okay, stealth from Din. Din has +2 to stealth.
He's got it. Hey.
And also just roll one for Lisa,
Damn.
just if she can't get in yet.
Yeah, here, I can roll a stealth check for Lisa.
You might be better off just rolling one for me.
All right, Lisa,
Yeah.
don't be mad if I roll low, okay?
What's her modifier?
+3.
Oh, okay. She's
Alright,
fine.
Oh, she's
17.
okay.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Hell yeah, good job, guys.
All right, so we got 16, we got 20, we got 21 from Grok, 21 from Din, and 17 from Eurydice. Okay, cool. Tie the horses up, and you begin to move through the forest towards this area. Now, what's the marching order for heading in there?
Nalfin's gonna go first.
Okay, Nalfian's going first. Behind Nalfian? Suppose it can be Din.
I mean, yeah, no one wants to be by me. It's okay.
No.
Oh,
I think
I'm just saying.
I mean, I
think
wouldn't
after
want to
what's-
be so up to the front, so.
No, you shouldn't.
I think after what's happened, Rock is going to prefer to stay at the back.
Okay.
Not to avoid being hit, but to watch out at the back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So we got like a little cluster here of like a little quad.
I'm gonna
of,
grab Shadow Nalf.
okay. Let me go.
And also, just if we're getting seemingly closer to like a group of people, like just from like the voices, I guess, that are being heard, I'm just gonna say now that Twig's gonna be ready to cast Summon Beast if it looks like we're gonna be like, you know, getting into where people are.
Okay. Alright, sounds good to me. Go ahead and do this. Okay, cool. So, as all of you are approaching, Shadow now summoned, Nalfian, you were the first person to see what comes in to vision. You can see what looks to be 4 of those, not the same, but 4 individuals who were with the Primordials before. Humanoid and wearing light leather armors, people who are worshippers, but you can also see 2 of those magma fire creatures as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can also see someone who, just from the garb, you recognize them as a would-be cultist of Markle. You can make them out very clearly in the contrast, and all of them are currently huddled around the corpse of this large creature. Looks to be like a bear, but with cracked, like obsidian shards and like volcanic rock for skin, with these low glowing embers of flame coming off of its body. Ooh, yeah, no, you should. And you can also see, you can hear that off in the distance, right behind them, you can hear what sounds like, well, actually, never mind, sorry, you would not be able to hear that, because there's not really anything that you'd be able to hear coming from that area. But, pretty much, you're looking like this area.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Oh,
Great.
So, what you doing?
Is this a hut, a tree? Or this is the inside
Yeah,
a tree?
so that looks like one of those same pillars, but it looks like there's actually a doorway that leads inside to that pillar.
Okay. And so, cultist. Weird lava people.
Yes.
Does their lava god know they're doing this shit? What the fuck?
That's a great question to ask him.
And Nalthian's not gonna do that. I mean, he
But
probably
we'll
would,
also
but-
summon her beast thingy.
Okay, which flavor of beast is this one?
She's gonna go for the earth, so imagine it's just being like coming out of almost like a little whirl of just dust and just kind of apparating that way.
Aw.
Sick. Okay, let me go ahead and. Okay. Okay.
Okay. This thing isn't up yet, right? It's like on the ground, quote unquote dead.
Yeah, at least right now, it looks like when a fire is just embers, where there's some slight movement to it, breath at least, of like the embers glowing bright red and then fading to a dull orange and back and forth.
Okay. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Grok's gonna whisper. I mean, we talked to the last lot. We're not just speak to him.
We could always try.
Well, if they, get Larry, you just smash them.
Alright. Ladies, objection? Din?
I don't think talking's going to be a good idea, but it won't hurt either, so...
Well, if they look a bit twitchy, we'll just fucking kill them. But if they do look twitchy, let me clarify, not that they've gone to scratch their arse and they've just reached behind them, but if they look like they're gonna do something, just fucking blast them.
Also, I will point out, if anything, the cultist has to go first. Because if he can bring that fucker back, we don't need that.
Right. If it comes to it, I'll fucking rush him down.
I guess with that, we're going.
Just give me 1 second here. Sorry, I am
Okay.
getting a little tokeny boy for the
Cultist, that's this guy, yeah?
northernmost guy.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And then what's the size of the beast, Twig?
I want to say it's small.
Okay.
Perhaps raccoon-sized?
I love these little mushrooms everywhere.
It uses the
Reminds me
bestial
of
spirit stat block.
Okay. I was just gonna add it real quick, so that way to like
I'm pretty sure it was small though, from what I remember.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, small beast.
Okay. Boop. There you go.
What the fuck?
Wait, what?
What happened? What?
Huh?
That was
What a
weird.
word.
You gave us all control of the wolf who doesn't speak common, and then it all just went to...
But I mean, technically it's true because it knows all the languages I know. So
Yeah.
That
so-
was weird.
So, this is what you end up seeing that Twig conjures there.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
It's
love.
so it's small. So it's about the size of maybe a halfling or a gnome.
It's
yeah,
beautiful.
it's like
yeah.
a dog size.
Yeah, dog sized. Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of love it.
And I will also add. I'll add common to its languages, just in case anybody
Thanks.
actually clicks on it. We're not dying. Okay, alrighty. So, with that, all of you, who's stepping forward?
I guess Nalthia knows.
Okay.
Alright. Shadow Nelf is going to do that weird thing where he's like almost gonna blend with Nelf and be like one person for now. Boop boop. And he's just gonna say, "Good evening, friends. How are we today?"
As soon as you do, you can see the cultist, like magic in their hands, looks up to see you, and you can see there's
you're
this
dead.
flash of recognition. The Dark Elf from Ravenrock, kill him! And it is as simple as that. As all of the rest of them draw their weapons, the magma creatures spring to life, and you can hear there is this rustling and movement in the trees. Very similar to how the insectoids emerged from the trees before. You don't know where. All you know is that somewhere they are here. And right there is where we're going to go ahead and take just a quick break just to get some water, just to get some...
I'm fucking crying!
Some knickknacks.
I guess I'll die here.
We can still talk it out. It's fine.
I mean, talking it out is a great thing to do most of the time. It's just
Fucking said, and then the boys were like, "No, it's fine."
I was just like, it's not gonna end well, but it's not gonna hurt.
I mean, with the primordials, it worked out okay, but with the cultists, you know, it's maybe if you guys had
posters up for us.
Yeah, you guys are you guys have some infamy with the cult of House Markhold. So, yeah.
Fair.
Okay, we'll take a break there, and we'll be back. And let's just hope that Nalfian rolls high on initiative, or other people roll high on initiative.
Nah, I'll die here. That's how this works. Have you met me? I have the worst fucking luck.
Alrighty, thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll be right back. Boom, we're back. All right. No need to dally or delay. Let's just dive right in. So, as you all had made your way into Isinalore, you told Geldavan that you would investigate the primordial cult insectoid activity to the east, and by George, you did it. But sadly, as you approach some of those cultists after traversing through several traps, you end up going to approach these cultists and primordials in an effort to parlay, to discuss, but it seems as though not just Nalfian, but probably the rest of you who have been working together to stop House Markle have created a bit of infamy for yourself within that infamous group. So, as Nalfian approached to say something, the cultist had a moment of recognition, and combat started. So, with that, everybody, it looks as rolled for initiative, except for Din. Come on, Din. Roll your initiative. Goddamn.
Don't cover my cousin like that.
Boom.
Get it together, then.
Wow.
No,
Jesus
fucking hell,
Christ,
Din.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. Okay, so Den chilling in there with a solid 4. Okie dokie. So, as we start combat right off the bat... Boop. Boop. Wait a second. Why didn't the music stop? Did the music stop for you guys?
No, still going for me.
Stop for me.
What? It should be stopped. Because now I'm
Oh,
going to start
sorry.
playing other music. And now both are happening at the same time?
Yep.
That's odd.
That's okay.
Okay. I'm
I'm vibing.
gonna refresh my pages because I can't handle 2 different types of music.
Yeah,
happening
you're
at
right. I'm
the
gonna do the
same
same
time.
thing.
Only in the realms of virtual D&D can you have such pleasant encounters such as these.
Okay.
VTT is also taking 20 years.
Yeah, my
Load.
VTT is doing the same.
Hey, we back, boys.
Oh, you're back? That's nice.
Kind of. Kayla lacks permission to update the world, so okay, fucking whatever that means.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Music's good.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Do we have a plan here? Do we have a plan?
I guess I can't say anything, so I'm out here. Y'all are back there. I'm sure you heard. Nalfian's gonna go after the cultist guy, though, because we don't need Mama Bear. Magnum Bear. Yeah, that thing getting up.
Magma.
Magma there. Yuri like whispered to Rock to like not rush in too quickly so she could cast Fireball, and he was like, "Bet." So.
Is it okay if I go?
Okay, yeah, now we are
Okay, sorry, I just want to make sure.
good to go with Nalfian. Right up at the top. So Nalfian, it is your turn. What you doing?
All right. He as soon as they said that, he just goes, "Well, fuck," and he's just gonna race in. And I cannot move my token.
Try now.
Oh, okay. Boop. Shadow Nalf's gonna go here. Real Nalf's gonna go on this side. Hey, buddy. And a couple things are gonna happen. Make first attack. Oof.
Okay.
But I have flanking.
Yeah, add a d6. Okay, so with a 15, he's going to use his reaction to cast Shield, increasing his AC to 17. The first one's a miss.
Okay. Second one.
22, that's a hit for 14 points of damage. Very good.
Okay. Gonna do my Unleash Incarnation. So, Shadow Elf also gets an attack. Let's throw that out there. With his version of Whisper.
Okay.
And then I'm also gonna offhand with the dagger. Had to go hard first round, boys, because I'm scared.
Okay. Right. Not a
How
good
much damage
round
is that?
for him. That was a lot. So it's 19 plus 14. 20, 36. 18 plus, no, 30, 33. 36 plus 8 is 44. So it's 44 points of damage. He's still
Yeah.
standing. Barely.
Aw.
Whew, barely.
He barely.
Barely.
Action surge.
I knew you were gonna do that.
All right.
Come on. Oh,
18
Yes.
hits, 13 points of piercing damage. You thrust through him, and he's dead.
absolutely. You just see Shadow Elf and Nelf trading slices into this guy. And then he's gone. Whew. That's my turn. Please be nice to me now, Joe. Bah.
Alrighty. So you can see that all that it depended on was when the Magma Bear's turn was. You can see that because the ritual wasn't able to be completed, that bright fire is not as it is not as bright and vibrant, but the Magma Bear does slowly begin to lumber up. But it seems weaker, and it seems like it's not able to do nearly as much damage as the only person that's near is Nalfian, so it's going to go ahead and take 2 strikes against Nalfian. So that is going to be 1 bite and 1 claw. So bite. So that is a 19 to hit for the beak. And
Oh my god.
for the
I'm gonna die here. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
claws, that'll be a 22 to hit for the claws.
Are you fucking kidding me? Alright. Yeah, this is where Nalfian ends. What's the damage?
Okay. So that is total 11 points of piercing damage total and 14 points of fire damage total.
What? Are you
Oh,
mad because I killed your boy?
No, I'm just
Fuck you! Okay.
it's 25 points of damage total.
Alright, I die here.
All right.
no, you're not gonna.
That is the Magma Bear's turn. Okay. Alrighty, so here we have Sectoid. Where's this one at? Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where this one is because it's not. Oh, there it is. Whew, it was not highlighting. Okay, so you can see that Eurydice, all of you over there will be able to see this insectoid just sort of pop off of the tree and begin to run in this direction. However, I need Eurydice and Den to make a dexterity saving throw. As soon as it runs over there, you can see that its body is leaking with these like spurts of
Nope.
flame and magma, and it just explodes as soon as it gets near you. And then dexterity saving throw for Den.
Buddy.
Nice. Okay, so those are both successes. So the two of you take. Eight. Oh wow, that was really, really, really low damage. That you guys take 4 points of fire damage. Eurydice, it's reduced to 2. Oof.
So it's only 2 points of damage.
Yeah, for you. 4 for Den.
Okay.
So, but with that, it is dead. Then
Nice.
we come to the Magma Method here. Yeah, this one is seeing Nalfian there, but Nalfian's only one target. It is going to come 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Actually, it's going to move 30 feet right there. And it is going to use a breath attack. And that is going to be in a 15-foot cone. So yeah, that is going to get everybody in this area. So I need Din, Grok, Twig, Eurydice, and Beast to make a dexterity saving throw. Woo.
Fuck me. Oh.
That ain't good.
Okay, wait. But you, oh, jeez. Okay. And then Den is dexterity. Ooh, that is a 7 for Den. Ooh. Okay. So Twig and Grok, you save, and take 4 points of fire damage. However, Den, Eurydice, and the Beast will all take 8. Eurydice, yours will be reduced to 4.
Okay. I'm so glad for the resistance.
Okay. All right. So then, Twig, it is your turn. So after just being like smolded with fire, now it is up to you. What are you doing?
Okay, well, obviously her first thought is to just not stay around there for much longer.
Truth. That is truth.
So she will sorry, just let me check something real quick. So I do have that extra movement, I'm pretty sure, by 10 feet. Okay, yeah. So in that case, she's just gonna then duck over to where that tree is.
Okay.
And she will take a hit at the bear, and I have lost my character sheet now. Got to make it up again. Yeah, she was snowball bolts.
Ooh. Okay. So that is a 22 to hit. It's kind of weird how it's like putting it in the chat.
Huh, okay. Well, does that hit the bear?
22 hits, yeah, the bear, yeah.
I don't know why it's doing things separately. That's weird. Oh yeah. So it's first bolt.
What are you clicking on?
I don't know. I think because I think it's I forget you can just do it like this. I found the better way to do it. It's fine.
Okay.
So I was looking at it, I'm just like
Yeah, I was still confused.
I was spending a hot minute like, what is this?
Okay, so we'll take the... Okay, so we'll just take the 12 just because that's the higher damage.
Well, I mean, she gets multiple.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So the first
17
thing, yeah. So
does
that's
hit.
first bolt, second bolt,
And then 8 points of damage. Yep, that also hits.
and then final bolt.
And then did you Hunter's Mark beforehand?
No, because I've got concentration on the beast, so I can't.
Okay. All right. And then 5 points of piercing damage. Whew.
And then, wait, I forget how this works because there's so many things to it. Additional damage.
Yeah, doesn't Dread Ambush...
That deals an extra D8. So yes, I get an extra D8 from that as well.
Okay. All right. That is actually
Okay.
just enough. So as I said earlier, it
Oh,
was in a
Jesus.
weakened state as the process wasn't able to be fully completed. As I said, it wasn't bright, vibrant flames. It was like smoldering embers. And Twig, luckily with those 3 strikes, that was just enough damage. It had 4 HP left after those attacks. So 5 was just enough. Bolt flies through the neck of the creature, and that magma just spurts out, and the creature almost begins to bleed, causing like a small fire to catch on the ground from the fiery like magma blood that is spurting out of its neck as it just falls limply onto the ground. But the magma bear is dead.
This is good. And I feel like this is very long, but since the bestial spirit goes after my turn,
Okay.
so it's going to move up to the little beastie thing up there that's been attacking everyone,
Okay.
and it is going to bite out of it. I'm pretty sure it's kind of bite attack, maul it even. So it's a 20 plus 7. Does that work?
Yep.
Does work.
22. That hits.
So 22 to hit. And then it's a D8 plus 6, and I swear to God, all my turns are not going to be this long. Anyway.
No, it's okay. Okay.
Did that roll?
10 points of
Yes,
damage.
did, okay.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Alrighty. So, minus 10. Very cool. As the bestial spirit just kind of bites and tears in the magma, ripping out a part of the fibrous being of this magma creature, you can see that some of the fur on it begins to singe and catch fire, but it just wreathes it in this like mane of fire on the creature, seemingly unaffected. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, since the magma creature was subject to a melee attack, the bestial spirit will take some damage in return.
It's okay.
That's 2 points of fire damage.
Okay, now it's literally a third of the way through its HP.
It does pretty good damage, though. Like, even if you only summon it
Yeah,
for a
honestly.
round and then it hits once, like, that's better than most spells.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Anything else, Twig?
No, that's the end of mine.
Okay, so then we have our two cultist guys here. This one is going to, not cultist, but primordial worshippers. This one is going to run straight towards Twig, seeing that you just killed that spirit, or killed the magma bear, and is going to draw like a gnarled short sword and try and take 2 stabs at you. Probably just assuming that you're like a halfling or something and not actually a small child. Oh, okay. So that's 2 attacks. The first one is an 8.
That does not.
The second one is a natural 20.
Yeah.
So that's 13 points of slashing damage plus 3 points of fire damage. So 16 total.
Wait, 13 plus. Okay, 16 total. Okay. Twig is on 14 HP. Let's go, boys.
So you can see that these primordial like worshippers, that these like gnarled blades have like what look to be like bits of ember like embedded into the blade that are causing them to smoke as they strike with a superheated effect. So then we come to this guy right here, who is going to move around to the opposite end of Nalfian in order to be flanking him with the magma creature. So Nalfian, that is going to be 2 short sword attacks against you with an extra d6 plus 1 d6. Okay, or not advantage. Whoops, that was my bad. I didn't mean to do that. Ha! Okay, so that's a natural 1 for the first attack, and then for the I'm the only one who got to see the Thomas the Tank Engine on that one. And then on the second one, that will be a 12 to hit. So both of those are misses. And that is the end of his turn. Ooh, but then we come to the magma creature, who is currently flanked with you, and they are going to make 2 claw attacks against you. With that d6 still, not advantage, just a d6. First one's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, and
You
the
got me.
second one is 26 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is not very good damage in either one of those. That is 8 points of fire damage total.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But then that is the end of its turn. Then we come to this creature right here. Let's see, which one is closer, Twig or Nalfian? Because that's 35, 30, 35. Okay, Nalfian's closer, so it's just running towards you, Nalfian. So you see another creature pop out of the wood and just begin to dash towards you. However, I need Nalfian and the Worshipper and the Magma creature to all make dex saves. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Dexterity saving throw. So that's a 4 on its part, and this thing is immune to fire damage, so it does no damage regardless. Okay, so as it explodes, Nalfian, you'll take half damage. 4, 9. Okay, So, Nalthian, you take... That would be 4 points of damage, halved from 8. This bandit here will take 8 halved to 4 because he's resistant. It's 4. Which is already not good. And this creature's dead. Okay. So then it comes
Sorry,
to...
didn't mean to do that.
No, what? Huh?
Oh god.
Okay, so now it's Eurydice's turn.
This is awful. This is bad. Okay. She's running right up there.
All right. And I run. I run. So, oh, you're right.
I'm coming.
Wait for me. Okay.
Would I be right there? I thought I was like here.
Oh no, sorry. You were on my screen. You were right on top of one of the bandit guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same.
right, okay. You're a bandit guy? Huh?
Or well, the worshipper guy. Sorry.
There's somebody right there.
Yeah, there's somebody right here.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, hi! Fuck.
Oh, I don't see anybody right there. Oh, I guess there is now.
Oh, wait, I see him now.
There's like one there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where they
Yeah.
were standing.
Okay.
I didn't realize you guys were.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
no.
what's this guy? Oh, that guy ran up behind Twig. Okay, so there's 3 right there. Yeah, so there's 4 total.
Okay. Okay. It's fine. A year to see is going to Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
That's what she's gonna do. And Disguise Self is a action.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, what I'm gonna do. This is gonna need a little bit of leeway. The fuck?
What?
It's not right. It's definitely not right.
Well, that was... Okay, there we go.
There we go. Okay, what she's doing is she's targeting the one in front of Nalfian right now.
Okay.
So like right here, this guy. And that's the first one, and then she's gonna go for the
Wait.
second one.
That one's dead.
You mean this
Dead?
guy up here?
Good. Is that this one here dead?
Yeah, there's should be like a
Yeah.
little skull over him.
I think your foundry's fucked.
There
man.
isn't for me, but
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Maybe
right.
refresh at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
I will do. Okay, then I'm targeting the one above him.
Okay, all right. Okay, for 9 points of force damage, that first one is a hit, and that is actually enough to kill him.
Okay. And then I will hit the one down here attacking Twig.
Okay, all right.
My
Sounds
second
good.
one.
Sounds good. Sounds good. That'll be a 14 to hit. Sadly,
hit?
that is a miss. No. 14 is a miss.
And then
Slams
she's gonna
into the
do
ground.
is Eurydice. This is a bad idea. But do you remember what we talked about her pulling? Testing some limits that she probably shouldn't test.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
She's gonna look at this dude in front of her, and she's gonna drop the cover that she has over her eyes. Usually. And she's gonna try and intimidate him. She's just gonna look at him, and tell him, you should probably leave. To killing the dude up there, and at the same time, because she killed him, those dark tendrils are gonna come and they're gonna give her extra hit points as well.
Ooh, okay, yeah. So you do get those bonuses. So, go ahead and make an intimidation check.
We can get him to leave, that's
13. You can see there is a brief
Very
moment
good.
where he kind of maybe would go to run, but because he's standing right next to one of his allies, he doesn't feel like he really needs to right now. Yeah, especially because you just missed the second one. Even with the tendrils,
Shit.
he still feel like he has the upper hand in this fight, at least as of right now.
Okay, that's fine. That's it.
Okay. Alrighty. So then we come to this guy right here. This one is going to. I'm pretty sure. Oh no! Didn't mean to. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. This one, 20, 50. Yeah, okay. So this creature right here is. Oh shit! I took it out of the initiative order. That doesn't matter. So it's going to run over here, right in this little cluster between Din, the Beast, and Grok, and it's going to self-detonate. So Din, Beast, and Grok, I need to make dexterity saving throws. So, oh god, Din rolled a 9. Oh, Grok rolled a 12. Oh, wow, okay. Alright, so everybody there will take full damage. 5. So, that is... so that's going to be 7 points of damage for everybody. That's full damage. 7. So, Din is at 11.
Oh.
Okay. That is the end of its turn. Then we come to this insect. Oh god. Twig, as you are just standing right there, you can see it peel off of the wood. And it explodes. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
At least I am better at that than Buddy Beast of Spirit.
Shouldn't have said that. Never should have come
Shouldn't
here.
have. Yeah, I shouldn't
15,
have.
that is
Maybe
that
enough
is a
there.
success.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll be 5 points of fire damage total.
Awesome. 9 HP, boys. Single digits.
So we have one more left with the rock. And yeah, this one is peels right off of the tree right here. And now you are closest. Gonna run right up there, detonate. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Okay. Oh wow. Two. Okay. So that is 5 reduced to 2. So that's 2 points of fire damage. Okay. Alrighty. Grok, it is your turn.
Oh god. I mean, he's gonna look at Nelf and Twig and then be like, "Fuck, he's gonna help Twig." He'll take the AO from the elemental. He's not asked.
Okay. All right. So I'll go ahead and do one claw attack. That is a 15 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So swings, misses.
And in similar vein of when he screamed at Reinhardt, he's gonna say, "Fucking get over and smash the fuck out of this guy."
Oh God! All right, go and roll your attack. Whew. All right. So with that 14 points of damage, that is enough to waste that guy. Just run up to him, slam the anchor into his head, and just like a shish kebab, like a piece of meat on a shish kebab, you slam the anchor in and just tear his head off, embedded onto the anchor now.
And then he's going to drop his anchor to his side and pull out his revolver and shoot this elemental near Nelf.
Okay. Alrighty, sounds good. Go ahead and roll for an attack. Oh, holy
Thank you so much.
Oh
Get
my
fucked.
god!
Get
Alright.
fucked.
So with that Grok, that is actually
God.
enough damage to kill it. Alrighty. Yeah, Grok, with that, you slam and rip off the head of one about to attack Twig, pull out your revolver, and fire it at the one next to Nalfian. The bullet slams and lodges into it, except Nalfian, you can... Oh, no, lost connection to the server trying to reestablish. No, okay.
Reestablished.
It's reestablished, okay. So as the bullet lodges in, you can see the creature begin to fold in on itself and begin to erupt. I need you to make one more dexterity saving throw for me.
Get fucking deleted.
Okay, a 14. the one in front of Nalva's dead. Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah, but it has a death throw, so as soon as it dies, it explodes in a fiery mess. So that will be 1, 2. That is 3. One more. Okay. So now that'll go ahead and be. That's a success. So that'll be. That would have been 14 points of fire damage reduced to 7.
Fucking dumb. Alright, 1 HP, gang.
Shit.
I mean,
Wow.
at least it's bad.
Yeah,
Alrighty. So then we have.
I'm sure this one will come and fuck my life up.
Then we have this one right here. And Grok, as soon as you tear and rip off the head, you can see that right behind you, one peels off of the tree, and it moves just a little bit to be right in between you and Eurydice. So I need you and Eurydice both to make a dexterity saving throw. As once again, just another self-immolation as it just explodes in front of the both of you. So
It's
2.
dumb. Don't like it.
Oof. Alrighty,
Oh.
so that is a success on both your parts. So what would have been 12 damage is reduced to 6, and Eurydice, that is again reduced to 3 for you. Okay.
Oh, sorry, how much was that?
6 points of damage.
Cool.
So then we come to Din. Oh, wow. Din is going to go 5, 10, 15, get into flanking with that. And Din is going to go ahead and cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level.
Please, God.
Yeah, he's going to cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level. And... Oh, that was... Okay, so that was a 22 to hit, and that was 8 points of damage for the first one. And the next two will be public. Sorry about that. 3rd level, spell slot, public. Second one is an 11, which is a miss. So that means he's going to go ahead and retarget that one with the 3rd missile. Normal. Okay, so 21 hits, 7 points of fire damage. That is enough to kill that one. And then he's going to cast it one more time because he's got the... Because when you cast it at 3rd level, it's four bolts. Normal. Oh, and that is 11 points of fire damage, and that is how much HP they have. Okay. So with that, Din is able to blast both of those, and both of the ones who are right after him are no longer going. So then we move back up to the top of the turn order with Nalfian, and all that is left
I
is
hurt.
one more fire creature.
Well, first of all, I have to second wind.
Yes.
I have to.
Oh, look at that bad boy. 15 HP.
Oh, fuck, hell yeah.
Woo.
Huh? Okay.
You got some room to breathe now. You like, it's Thanksgiving and you undid a latch on your belt. You can push forward a little bit more now.
Ooh, okay, this bitch, of course, it's way too far away from me. How far is it from Shadow Now? Oh, easy. Alright. Diggity dope.
And then you and Shadow Now have to be within 30 feet of each other, right?
Oh, fuck yeah, sorry.
I
I
mean,
have to
easy
move
enough.
Shadow.
You can,
yeah, move there.
Yeah, no big deal.
Thanks.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Here we go. Oh.
Oh.
Yep, that's the life I live today.
25 with 9 points of damage. That is still pretty.
Oh, sorry.
Phantom
I don't-
Knights.
No, I don't understand fucking VTT today.
Okay.
That's my offhand.
Offhand with a 14. That is
If
enough.
it's
to
okay,
hit.
I was gonna say I'm not done if it's still alive.
Okay. With that, it does end up dying thanks to the last attack there from Nalthian. However, the Beast and Din need to make a dexterity saving throw. And Shadow Nalf only has 1 HP, right? Okay, so regardless, he's going to take a minimum of 1 HP from the fire damage. So Shadow Nalf will be banished to the Shadow Realm. As soon as he jams the dagger in, the creature explodes in a fiery mass. Shadow Nalf is just gone. Boom, disappears. And then Beast and Din both need to make dexterity saving throws.
Yes.
Dex save from Din. Oh, buddy.
Oh my god, Dex. Sorry.
What's the creature's dex mod?
It doesn't have one. It's only got 11 to it, so it's got no modifier for it.
Okay.
Or plus I guess, but you know.
Luckily, a 13 is still a success. So it will take half. Den's going to go ahead and take full, so that's 4, 5, 7, 11. Okay, so Den's going to take 11 points of fire damage. Ooh, and the beast will take 5. However, Den only has 11 hit points. So
Shit.
Den drops unconscious. However, as soon as the creature explodes, it seems as though as soon as Den drops down unconscious, there is no more imminent threat, as all of the creatures have been dealt with, and the threat is over.
Thank God.
So you can see Den drops unconscious. The
I'm
creature
going to lay on
explodes.
hands him.
Okay, lay on hands. Just how many? Just like 1 or 2, just to get him up.
Yeah, I'd do 2 just to get him up.
Okay, all right. So 2.
Oh,
drop
fuck that.
down
If
to
he's
him.
only doing 2, then Twig will also do a cure wounds on him.
Okay.
Extra 7 on that.
7. Okay, cool. Okay, all right. So now he's back up at 9. So he kind of his eyes shut open and shut open, and he goes, "Oh, well, that was intense." Oh, and kind of clenching his stomach, he stands up, balancing on his blade and its scabbard to get himself up, using you also, Grok.
Yeah. Right. Grok is going to steady him and kind of prop him up with Twig against the tree and say, right, everyone look out, I'm going to fucking search these knobheads. Everyone watch, I'm still good to go. And
Nothing's just gonna
specifically, he's going to check out this dickhead here.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage, just as you're really tearing through, you are going all out.
Yeah, it's Grok's pissed. Investigation. Come on.
Okay.
Wow.
11. So the thing is, you are able to find a few things. For one, this guy had a lot of money on him, and you're not exactly sure why, but he was apparently going somewhere to spend some gold, because he has about 250 gold on him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you're able to find that. You do also find what looks to be almost like a drawing on a rough piece of vellum, folded, very, very soft, but it looks to be almost like a there's a mountain range in the background, and there is a group of trees that sort of curl around in a circle, in a path leading into the mountain. You're not exactly sure what it means or where it is, but it is something. But that's really all about you find gold and some type of treasure map.
Right. Okay. Grok's gonna pocket the gold and the treasure map and just, I guess, just look at the rest of the the bandits for now.
Okay. So, looking around the other individuals,
Or cultists, sorry.
yeah. These sort of like devout worshippers of the primordial entities, yeah. You pick through their belongings, and you do see that their blades, their short swords that they have on them, although they are dead, and although the magma creatures are dead, they still have the magical enchantment on them. So there are 4 short swords that deal an extra D4 fire damage. So if you want to try and jam those away to save for later, you could do that if you wanted to. They'd probably fetch a pretty price to a magic item seller.
Yes, he would definitely carry as many of them as he could safely carry. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'd say he could probably carry 4. Okay, because they're not necessarily like they're hot to the touch, but it seems.
But they're not like on fire.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Let me go ahead and just add those to your. So I'm just gonna add 4 short swords. Short sword. 4. Edit. Fiery short sword. There you go. All right, 4 fiery short swords. So you find those. The magma creatures, there is nothing left of them except ash on the ground. However, Grok, as you are right about over here investigating this corpse right here, pulling the last short sword off, you can hear rustling behind you in the larger tree. As you hear that, Din kind of taps your hand, Nalfian, and says, I'm fine. Not the worst thing that's happened to me, but definitely not the best.
All right, well, we can't have you going anywhere now.
Okay.
And Alfin will just kind of like playfully push him in the shoulder.
Oh, ow.
You'll walk it off.
Yeah. And he laughs a little bit. But Grok, as you head in, what you see in front of you, for a moment you almost guess as a bundle of leaves and some sticks and twigs. But the closer that you get, the more you realize that this is at least kind of a humanoid shape, but definitely about as far from human as it could be. As the closer you get, eventually you see something very similar to this. A female form made of sticks and oak and wood, with long, what would be considered hair of these bright orange and yellow petals and leaves. 2 horns sticking out of the top of the head just as tree branches, and then covered in greenery and white as well. But you can see that she's kind of currently like rustling just a bit and moving around. The eyes seem closed, and she's currently bound and tied with rope.
Grok will say in common, I'll cut you loose, but don't fucking come at me.
And you can just hear
cut whatever bindings are on.
Yeah, you can hear a response that almost sounds like rustling leaves. And as you cut loose, as you reach down, you can see the eyes shoot open. And they're almost like, it's so odd because there is life to them and color, but it almost, the eyes almost look like waterfalls, just water cascading down continuously, just to give some semblance of life to this creature.
Can we hear Grok talking in there?
Oh yeah, Grok's voice definitely carries, and on top of that, it's echoing out of the tree too.
Okay. Alfin will just slowly make his way over just to make sure, back up if needed.
Okay. So you cut it loose, and that rustling returns. And it slowly stands.
Grok will like kind of tuck his knife back into his boot and say, I don't understand. Sorry, I just you're safe. And he'll kind of like make a gesture, like kind of like free, and like kind of gesture outside of the tree.
You can see she peeks out a bit. And she, just like these gnarly, like wooden fingers, she kind of points one at you and gestures for you to come closer.
Grok will, and like he's not got any weapons out. He wanted to like come across as, not at all aggressive, but he'll come closer.
Okay. So you can see that Nalfian, as you're walking through, you can see this super weird looking wooden creature place their hand on Grok's chest. And their eyes shut. And Grok, you can feel almost what feels like inside of you, like growth. Like vines and twigs and leaves growing and then dying and then growing and then dying. And then she withdraws. And she begins to speak common. You free me. For what purpose do you free me?
Because, well, you were bound up. You look like you needed help. So I helped.
I appreciate that greatly. Thank you very much. And at this point, Nalfian, you'd be able to...
Yeah, no, Nalfian's just watching. He doesn't, if he saw that Grok didn't have any weapons drawn, Nalfian's not stupid. He wouldn't ruin any moment that's happening and, cause a scene. He would just cautiously be hanging out, right in the doorway.
Okay.
Just watching.
My, you don't need to worry. The people that are outside that aren't, well, dead are my friends. It's safe now. There's none of that fire shit or dickheads in dresses with a bunch of gold. They're all gone.
You can see the what would be considered eyebrows kind of furrowing and looking you up and down as you're explaining this. Every once in a while looking towards Nalfian. And just from the posture and the way they move, it is very similar to kind of how erratic trees are in rustling wind. Very natural movement.
Yeah, Nalfian's keeping his hands just kind of hanging out on his sword belt. He's not trying to look aggressive at all.
Yeah. They hurt us too. So we dealt with them. We don't mean any harm to the area or the life round here. But they were doing something with some big fiery bear. But that's not come back either.
Oh no. Most have taken to hunting the magma bears for sport. Very few exist any longer.
No, I don't mean to interrupt her at all, but are there any more of those people bringing these things back? We can take care of them too.
The Eladrin had their suspicions of activity. There has been fighting brewing northward. Southward, sorry. Southward.
No.
There is an ancient temple that exists near the mountains. The ones dressed in black, promising rebirth, wish to find something within those walls.
Malthian's gonna like look to Grok, remembering their like initial mission to find these artifacts.
That helps more than you know. Are you well to travel? Do you have far to go?
Well, it is only fair. You saved my life. If you would have something of me, I will do it. I must repay this debt before I leave you.
I've not. You don't have to pay me any debt. No one should have to pay a debt. Don't worry about that. Honestly, it was fine. Just be safe.
And you see her kind of look you up and down, and then she looks down towards your gauntlet. What is this infestation?
In fact, it's just a gauntlet. I pick it up and it lets me. If someone's brought the dead back to do evil business, this lets me control them. Only issue is, and he uses his other arm, kind of like tugs downwards, like pull it off, and it just, I presume it just doesn't budge.
Oh, yeah. You can see her reach down and place one of the gnarled wooden hands on it and look towards you and sort of cock her head. And you can see that while there is that swirling, like teal, deep blue light all around it, her eyes sort of blink and those rushing blue rivers turn a deep, deep green and then turn back to blue. And you can feel a tightness loosen around your arm. That is not permanent. I can suppress magical qualities for 10 minutes. But there are things that promise to be helpful in this world. But after time, they show you how invasive they are. We learned our lesson with the insectoids. Do not make the same mistake as we did. Do you take the gauntlet off, Grok?
Yeah, you'll pull slowly.
So as you do, there is this sort of like tearing, ripping pain. As you eventually take it off, you can see that all the way up to where it was, there are these sharp incisions, just hundreds of them, all over your arm, where it was almost like there were these tiny teeth or razors that were digging into your skin. And you can see that a lot of the weight and mass that your arm once had, it almost looks malnourished, like you hadn't been eating enough, that something's been taking something from you. Your fingers, your bones, you can feel they're brittle and weak.
I mean, thank you. I think, and he'll kind of like do the half smile.
She nods and I sense something. Something is near. Something that has not been here for a long time. And you can see her begin to slowly move out of there and just...
Oh, Nalfin will kindly step out of the way.
Now, Nalfin, as you go to step out of the way, she wasn't going towards the door, she was stepping towards the wood, and you see her just meld with the wood and then step out the other side of the wood.
That works too.
And she begins to slowly make her way to Twig.
He probably hasn't even noticed. She's still just like, just got like the little face of the spiritual beast thingy, like the little fluff around its little cheeks, and just kind of like, kind of messing with it.
So, Twig, as you are scratching, you can see Din kind of taps you on the shoulder and says, Twig, I think there is, something here to, just at a loss for words. And as you slowly turn around, you see that like earthly, leaf-covered twig composed of woman just standing above you.
Yeah, she'd kind of like jump back a little bit.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I didn't see you there.
You are she.
Mouth kind of like just opens as she was like about to like say something else, but then her eyes just kind of like wander over to where the rest of the party is just casually standing nearby, and her mouth just like closes, not quite sure what to do.
We had thought Elizabeth was the last one. But it seems there is another.
She's just like very much just like frozen in place. Her eyes just kind of like wandering between like the little wood person thingy and the rest of the group.
You can see the woodland creature moves, the spirit moves closer to you and kind of moves around your legs, trying its best to be a support animal. You can see the creature kneel. And one thing that I forgot to mention is this creature is about as tall as Grok. It is very, very thin, very, very lithe, and very tall. And it sort of gets down on one knee where it's still a little bit taller than Twig, but then just gets closer. But you do not know, do you?
Well, I know a little bit.
Very much trying to keep her like voice low.
Tell me what you know.
Oh, well, that was a land in
Oh no, what is its name? Hold up.
Hazran's Hollow.
in
Yeah.
in Hazran's Hollow, that something happened, and well, something about a decree. Not a lot more than that, I suppose.
Then the tragedy of your lineage has escaped you then. That is good.
like, looks back to the group again, like very like quickly.
What do you mean tragedy? Do you mean the corruption thing? I heard something about that.
Those who left, those who lived in the lands of your ancestors, they had grown to become close allies and friends to the Eladrin. They aided us. They brokered peace between us and the rest of Iverion, the land of your people. They fought for us and with us. But one day, the land that belonged to House Forrester began to grow bleak and gray. Life and love was sapped from the borders like a slow marching army with only one purpose: to destroy everything in its sight. There was a woman, Elizabeth Forrester. She left for a different city, hoping to save her child from the travesty of the curse of her family. No one has ever returned to the lands of House Forrester. None of my people dare to. Some have tried in the beginning. They were met with decay. We do not know why, how, or who. All we know is someone wanting nothing more than to see your line come to an end. But with you here now, standing in our forest, I can hear it sing. And you could too. All you need to do is listen.
Listen for what? I don't hear singing.
Just listen.
I try and take a moment to see if she can tell what on earth she's talking about.
Okay. Go ahead and make a charisma saving throw for me.
I think she's really charismatic.
Exactly.
Screaming.
Twig, your anxiety is just too much. I mean, this is so much to handle. I mean, and for one, what authority does this plant creature speak on anyway? I mean, there's no way this can be true. That you don't hear anything and you're not going to try to hear anything because why would you believe it anyway? The forest doesn't sing. It doesn't. It makes noises. And you have all of these negative thoughts going on in your head where it's so hard to focus on what song might be there, if there even is one.
I don't think there's any singing. Maybe it's just a thing with your kind. There's nothing though.
One day you will learn. you will hear the songs.
Songs of what, though?
The songs of your ancestors. House Forrester was the oldest house that existed within this realm. Older than the migration, than the cities being built along the coast. They were here before anyone else.
I'm sorry, I don't know about anything that you're talking about.
There is one who may be able to tell you more.
Well, I mean, why should I even go to them anyways?
You don't wish to know? To hear the songs of your ancestors?
I don't see why I should.
And you can see sadness on the face of this creature. Very well. If you do not wish to seek, I will not give you
I mean,
the
there's
means
nothing to seek, that's why, right? If there's nothing there. You said it yourself, I mean, it's all destroyed, so... Whatever's gone wrong there hasn't stopped.
You are right. It was just my hope that maybe someone would try to stop it.
I don't think I'm gonna be the one to do that. I don't think I could, whatever's going on there, especially I'm sure it's, you know, taking other people down with it.
Yes. Well, then. And you can see the creature begin to stand, returning back to its regular height. If you all are to traverse through these woods to try and find what you seek, I hope to do you the favor and kindness of giving you a way to easily traverse through these woods.
That would be very appreciated. Thank you. Is it like a special path we take, or?
Yes. In the forest, if you are looking for the passage into the mountains, you will find the way marked on the trees. But in order to see them, I must give you this. And you can see her reach up towards this large mane of leaves on her head. She plucks one leaf off and outstretches her hand for someone to grab it.
And Alf will take it.
Take it, And it's
Yeah.
you anticipate it to crumple or to kind of break easily, but no, it even has some weight to it. Peer through that leaf, and you will see markings on the trees. They will guide you in the way you need to go if you seek this ruin within the mountains.
Well, thank you. This will be very helpful. Prevent us from wandering around for hours and being attacked by more of those things.
Now, remember, the area headed that way has been influenced by a conflict between the primordials and the insectoids. The primordials have found the upper hand due to the influence from outsiders. The same ones who try to bring beasts back from the dead. They have begun to influence the primordials in a way that the Eladrin cannot stand for, but sadly we are too few. There's very little we can do.
Thanks for the heads up. Now, if it just kind of like looks between this thing and Twig, even though Twig is like not paying attention, I guess, anymore. No.
I will offer one final piece of advice. Within the mountain, you may find the hive of the insectoids. If you find their queen, and if you kill it, the insectoids will scatter. They all operate through a hive mind. Without organization and clear thought, they may leave forever. Now, I do not believe that the area you seek and the location of the Queen are one and the same. But they may at least be partially aligned. If balance is restored to Isanalor, there may be other areas that have long been since forgotten that we may be able to reclaim.
Yeah, Nelfian will look at Twig for a long time, and then back at that creature and just say, yeah, we'll make it happen.
And you can see the smile kind of curl on its face, and it nods. If you begin to head northward, if you begin to head south that way, god damn it. If you begin to head south that way, there are paths marked. They cause a tree stride-like effect, where days of travel will be accomplished in an hour, due to the magics that exist within our forest, that you now will be able to see, thanks to that.
Nelfian nods.
thank you all for your assistance, as who knows where I would be without it. I wish you luck on your journey, and I hope that you find whatever you seek. You can see with that, as she slowly begins to kneel, you can see the sticks and twigs slowly begin to fall apart and drop onto the ground, and the wisps of leaves all begin to swirl around her, the pile of sticks like a tornado, and begin to rise and move away. As they fly, they are flying this direction past Grok, and Grok, as the leaves pass, they all buffet and hit against you, and you can hear a name echo in your head as the leaves pass. Elias Harwood. In Highland Pass. Almost. In Highland Pass. That name sticks with you and moves away as the creature slowly fades and moves. All of you watch the leaves blend in with the rest of the treetops, and you have a very good idea of what your next step is and in what direction you need to go. And sadly, that is where we're going to need to end tonight's session. I know.
Cancel on them, Joe. Cancel on them. It's not important.
I know. Okay, also, by the way, Lisa, that's okay. That happens. Everyone was a little enraptured, so they wouldn't have noticed that.
Yeah.
Okay. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Greatly appreciate you hanging in for as long as you did. A little bit of a shorter session. Luckily, we did hit the 3-hour mark, so that's fun. So thanks so much for watching. We will see you either on next Tuesday for the Salamander Coast, next Friday for the Adventures of the Explorers of Iverion, or come back next Saturday. Well, no, not next Friday for the Explorers of Iverion. There will be a special one-shot next Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. And next Saturday for the continuation of the Isles of Iverion. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.